Hello, everybody. It's July 28th, 2023. Sorry I haven't posted in a while. I was going to post when I was in Texas, but after Albuquerque, New Mexico, and just feeling a lot of bad vibrations and having a headache and so on, it continued into Texas, go figure, because I was having to pass through Dallas, Texas. And I knew that Ashley was there. And speaking of Ashley, I feel rather relieved. As funny as it may sound, I found out that she's been in a relationship so long, and she finally made it public as soon as she got back from Oregon from when she was supposed to be marrying me. But it actually was a relief, and I just kind of said inside, thank you. Because I found out as soon as I crossed into Texas, ironically. But as I've been going across the bottom of the United States, I've been on Craigslist. I've been posting if anybody, needs lodging, if anybody would like free travel, as well as I'll give $800 a month in personal expenses. And explain that, the work that I'm doing. I'm going around the world trying to help the world, if you will, find the positive and purge the negative out of the brain. I've talked to now, since I hit the road back in May, I've talked to, wow, I'd say a good 1,500 people by now. And still, I've yet to find one person that's brain didn't agree with exactly what I was saying. I'm not surprised at all. But I felt like something was missing. That it's hard for me to expect people to listen and stay entertained, if you will, unless I have something else. Because I can talk until I'm blue in the face, and I know people aren't going to listen. So I started putting an ad in on Craigslist. I said that I was hoping I could find somebody that would like to join along, that has the same desires and is willing to gain their consciousness. And I would post it like 2 days before I'd get to the next city, and it never failed. I was always getting people, a bunch of people messaging me like day after I left that city and already got to the next city. And what I'm really not wanting to do is go backwards. So those of you that wanted to join that didn't have an opportunity, I'm sorry. I really wish I could have met all of you, because I bet you all of you are pretty amazing people. That being said, when I got to Dallas, well, outside of Dallas, a place called, I can't even remember the name. I've stayed at so many cities. Right outside, not Dallas, Fort Worth, like Widman or something like. Anyway, the next city out towards the west. And I was there, and here lately I've been getting some pretty grungy motels. Ones that you end up walking outside, looking at the vehicle, make sure no one's breaking in and so on. And I happened to get to the motel room by Dallas, and ironically, I get a message from someone, and I read the message, and she basically explained her situation to me, and that she's done with the negative of life, and she wants to learn how to find the positive. And the rest of her story, hopefully someday she will tell it to you. But it's not right for me to try to get her to go on camera until she's ready, or unless she wants to. For me, I know that, hey, by purging all your negative here, potentially, if people choose, the entire world could hear it. Therefore, to me, it no longer exists. So why would I feel sorry for myself about it? Well, the whole world potentially could know about it, so I have no choice but to let it go. Makes sense, right? Anyways, I will share with you her first name. just because when it hit, it was like, wow, I did not see that coming at all. I didn't know her name or anything. The read upon was after, I explained what I was doing, how I was doing it, that this is a minimalist situation. This isn't, fun and games. This is me willing to sacrifice my whole life that I had just to do this, just to go around and try to share positive energy, what I consider true love, with everybody else, in the simple hopes that I can get one or two other people at least to be able to purge the negative and find the positive, because I know if I can, they're going to desire to do the same thing. And then if they get one and they get one, kind of like what we refer to as a very negative thing, a pyramid. But this pyramid potentially could create what the illusion would call heaven on earth. If we could get everybody in the world to purge the negative and truly find the positive and realize the negative in our head is actually us feeling sorry for ourselves. It really, truly is. And I know that right now it might sound crazy or like I'm just a hyper, optimist. I can understand why it would appear that way, or you might think that I'm crazy. Well, the thing that you'd have a hard time saying I'm crazy about is I am doing nothing negative. Everything I am doing positive, and I'm attempting to do it for the entire world, anybody in the world that will listen, anybody in the world that's willing to start loving them, truly loving themselves. Because I know there is only one love. That is unconditional, undeserving love. We've all heard that before. And I know that if you unconditionally, undeservingly love yourself, like everywhere says you're supposed to, and you're not supposed to judge others, then you'll love others the same way. Boom, domino effect. It could spread quickly, it could take eternity. As I've referred to in the past, well, if you jump back and forth on a time zone border, you're not time traveling. Time is our perception. So, getting back on track, I met the person for breakfast, just to see if we vibed and so on. And it's a female, and had no clue really what she looked like, who she was, or anything. And we meet, and she decides, that this is absolutely something that she wants to do, that she believes in. And so we grab her minimal stuff and we take off. We've been doing this, going on the road now for this is the third night. And that's why I haven't been posting, is because I've been trying to give her all the energy I can. Because I can imagine being in her shoes. She doesn't know me from Adam. Hopping in a vehicle with me, traveling across the United States, having no clue exactly where we're going to stop, no plan, simply just trying to talk to anybody I can. And I'm not pushy. I'm not going around like some preacher or something. No. I'm just simply telling people what I'm doing. I'm on the road doing a documentary about trying to help people gain consciousness, because I know that once we purge the negative, we truly access the rest of our brain and start seeing everything more black and white. Kind of cool with the backdrop. And again, no, this is actually another picture within a motel room. All the years I've traveled, I've never gotten perfect murals over a bed before, but yet it keeps happening. I think it's pretty cool. So yes, I am in, those of you who recognize it, I am in New Orleans, Louisiana. The reason why I'm now here is because of the person that's riding with me. And yesterday, I believe it was, I finally asked her, hey, by the way, what's your name? Because I normally don't want to know people's names, because if I don't know anybody's name, nobody can ever tell me a lie about them. All I know is our interaction. And she told me her name, and her name is Ashley. Yeah, go figure. Fortunately, it's spelled differently. So here I am, been traveling along, dreading actually going through Texas, because I could just feel the emptiness, you know, popping back into illusion, couldn't help but feel the pain, feeling sorry for myself for how I misjudged, for how I thought things were differently than what they were. And, you know, when I found out that Ashley had been, the Ashley from back in February, had been in a relationship basically this whole time. And there's other things that I know that I won't get into, because nothing positive comes from getting into it. Because the reason why I felt happy is I can let go. I can let go because I know she is not who I thought she was. Doesn't mean I've told a lie in my documentary now, though, when I'm thinking back. And that's something that concerned me. I'm like, wow, I've been saying that I feel Ashley is my feminine half. And then here I'm like finding out that, wow, I didn't see that she wasn't even interested in me. All she wanted, you know, was my assets. But then now that I'm on the road and I find out that the person that is riding with me, her birth name actually is Ashley, spelled differently. And she's now looking for the same life as I am. Basically, life of just giving love to anybody who will accept it, and realizing that the comforts are not love. Now, we're not in a relationship or anything like that. It's not like that at all. We're just two human beings trying to be the best human beings we can to try to create a better, you know, place on earth. But I didn't end up, you know, filming in Dallas, Texas, or Texas at all, just because Alabama, or excuse me, New Mexico, Albuquerque, New Mexico, and Texas just had a lot of intense vibrations that I was feeling. But it all ended up being positive, because I know there's no way, no better way to learn than there is to teach. But that's what I'm doing. I'm in New Orleans, Louisiana. She's going to have an opportunity to have some quality time with some family members that has been overdue. And then we will figure out where we're going on next. Right now, tentatively, what I'm planning on doing is just keep working my way across the bottom of the United States. Once I get over to Florida, then I'll work my way straight up. And I literally have no goal other than hopefully to find a couple people to talk to try to brighten their day, maybe give them some thoughts that helps them work through some inner issues that they have. And just keep going around and doing this, because I don't try to have a plan. I wake up to know my plan. But I just want to thank you guys for watching. And something tells me Ashley's going to end up being on camera in the near future. I have to totally respect what she's going through, just being here now and doing this. That's a huge leap. I look back when I started my transition, when I started gaining my consciousness and realizing I knew my purpose. It's not all balls and glory. You know, there is moments that you're scared, because you know that truly in order to do what you know is your purpose, you have to give up all your comforts. And that's a hard one. And if I look really tired, I am. Because when I'm now doing the same thing, except I have somebody with me, and I'm teaching the whole time while we're traveling, I have found that it physically drains me more. But what's cool is as soon as I take a nap and wake up, boom, I feel fully charged. And I've also, it's been weighing on me that I hadn't posted in a few days. I know that viewers out there probably don't even notice how long it is in between each post. But for me, it's important because almost to a certain extent, I feel that if I don't post on a regular basis in hopes that one person in this world will realize that we truly can purge the negative out of our brain, and as soon as we allow ourselves to find something positive about every single negative memory, it'll start doing it by itself. And if I, don't get a chance, it makes me almost feel like I'm not doing what I should. I'm feeling sorry for myself or something. But anyways, I love you guys. I hope everything is great on your side, and hopefully the next place I film from will be some water behind me, and some real water and not a mural. You guys have a great night. Bye-bye.